Now on CoastTV News.
Layfield's fight: how a public hearing could reshape a school community and policies. OC policing evolution: the impact of seasonal police roles on safety and officer experience. Deauville transition: what Denrec's management means for future of lifeguard services and what it means for your safety. Inlet repair update: Indian River inlet repairs, their significance for our economy.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Sussex Central's former principal fighting to get his job back. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a trial-like hearing. Not a trial, but trial-like hearing that happened today in Georgetown with a former principal who is set to clear his name.
Here's some context on why this is happening. In November, Bradley Layfield received written notice that he was being fired from Sussex Central. This was following a criminal investigation into allegations made by 18-year-old former student Anaya Harmon. Harmon claims a video of a school fight was shared in May in which her breast was exposed and a meme of that was circulated. Now, staff members shared their perspective today of when Layfield showed that school fight video to them. Layfield, who was then terminated, insisted this hearing to get his job back be public today. CoastTV News anchor Mallory Metzner takes us there, shows us how this cheer center was packed with 70 people who came to listen to testimony as Layfield petitioned the school board.
Dr. Bradley Layfield embraces supporters after hours of testimony. Layfield petitioning the Board of Education to get his job back, something school attorneys vigorously oppose.
If you need training not to mock kids and lie, perhaps our schools are not suitable places of work.
Nearly a dozen school district employees were questioned about when then Principal Layfield showed them a school fight video in which student Anaya Harmon's breast was exposed.
To be rattled a little bit. I mean, I've never been on the stand and asked questions by back and forth lawyers. I just told the truth.
Layfield's attorney told CoastTV this case is misdirected against his client.
Of course they wanted to get rid of my client and all to show that supposedly their hands are clean.
In front of Judge William Carpenter, Indian River School District Superintendent Jay Owens says Layfield's behavior and district policy warranted his termination.
Yes, we've given a lot of thought to it. The issue is that the trust has been lost based on that situation from that day.
Some community members who turned out today expressed sadness and outrage.
And I believe everything that was said by the witnesses, and I am glad that man is no longer in the schools.
But Newberger says Layfield's First Amendment rights are being violated, and now even his family is being unfairly targeted.
Okay, they were attacking his brother for his remarks at a football game. Okay, he lost his state troop command because of that. This is all happening during the same school year.
Layfield now waits for Judge Carpenter's decision, after which the board will decide whether to give him his job back or not.
That was CoastTV News anchor Mallory Metzner. Now, we asked Layfield's attorney, what will they do if he doesn't get his job back as Sussex Central principal? He declined to say they'd outright sue, but he reaffirmed his belief that this whole situation was unconstitutional. So what's next? After Judge Carpenter makes his decision within that 2 weeks, the Indian River Board of Education has 15 days to make theirs.
During the hearing, Indian River School District Attorney James McMicken asked Superintendent Jay Owens if he's ever dealt with an employee showing a video exposing a student without a professional reason before. It's similar to what happened in the Anaya Harmon incident. Owens, who's been with the district for more than 20 years, said no.
However, according to Superintendent Jay Owens, Layfield has been disciplined before for what he says was unprofessional behavior. Owens said in October 2021, it was reported Layfield was under the influence of alcohol on a Zoom call. And in another incident, Owens claims Layfield tapped the camera in a Zoom video call with an inappropriate shaped candy lollipop that same year. Layfield has persistently repeated his innocence, saying the reasons given for his termination are false and defamatory, and he says, quote, "This is a politically driven vendetta."
Here's more information about the judge presiding over the Layfield trial-like public hearing. Senior Judge William Carpenter, who recently retired, was known for hearing significant trials in Delaware. That includes the high-profile case against state auditor Kathy McGinnis. After serving on the Delaware Superior Court for nearly 30 years, Judge Carpenter retired December 31st. His work spanned over 47 years in public service and included time as a federal prosecutor.
We reached out to student Anaya Harmon, the video and questioned that student. Now, she did not respond, neither did her attorneys. She is still suing Layfield and an assistant principal. But the part of her lawsuit against Sussex Central and the Indian River School District was dismissed in January by the Delaware Superior Court. The judge ruled the district wasn't responsible for Harmon's claims. Harmon sued again because that video, she says, exposed her breast. The court said the school and district leaders, Matthew Jones and Layfield, were not responsible for that issue. However, Harmon's lawyer does plan to refile the lawsuit if they find more evidence. They're still taking legal action different against Layfield and Jones for sharing that video.
Switching gears completely here, we're learning more about DNREC's plans to take over Deauville Beach's operations in Rehoboth. This shows you where Deauville Beach is, north of Rehoboth, south of Cape Henlopen State Park. A lot of you have been there. New today, according to DNREC, the city chose not to renew the lease, possibly because commissioners expressed concern the city was actually losing money operating the property. One person who plays pickleball there almost every day hopes the DNREC fixes up the conditions of the court.
Our current conditions are pretty bad. Our nets are dry rotting, and we just need a little bit more TLC when it comes to the court.
Since you have to pay to access Delaware State Parks from March 1st through November 30th, there's a chance Deauville will start collecting an entrance fee then. But DNREC says that date could get pushed back because it's still sort of figuring out the fee structure of the property.
Rehoboth Beach officials, they're meeting tomorrow at 2 to consider lots of changes for the city. According to Rehoboth, they're looking into the board of the Rehoboth Beach Public Library's request to modify deed restrictions. That's regarding the library's current property on the avenue. You see it there. They're also talking about outdoor dining rules. If you own a car, there could be some new rules about insurance in town, and they're planning to make possible changes in parking fees and city taxes.
Moving to Dewey Beach, the town council will consider a proposal to raise parking fees. That's going to happen tomorrow at 3 p.m. If it's approved, here's what's going to change. The cost for seasonal parking permits could go from $250 to $300 with a price drop in August. Daily parking rates might increase to $30 and weekend rates could increase to $55. Also, parking meters could cost $3.50 per hour. The proposal comes as the town is looking to cover the growing expenses to keeping the community safe and clean.
Let's take a live look right now into Ocean City. That's absolutely beautiful out there. Almost looks like a painting. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. We're going to go from pretty outside to pretty cold to pretty snowy to pretty cold for real. Yeah, all that is in the forecast. Right now we're at Bay Health Camera in Dover. We're looking at the temperature is going to actually drop to about 41 by 7 o'clock, and then we'll push it back up to about 43 with a few more extra clouds that begin to stream into the area by then. Another outside view, courtesy of our Orsted camera, we're holding at 41 degrees actually, but the winds are out to the southwest at about 21 miles per hour. So we're looking for a surge of warm air that's going to really begin to kick in for us. But the bottom line here is that with the clear skies, we're quiet for now, but we're watching out for snow on Saturday. I'm calling it basically your Cinderella snowfall for Saturday because it's only going to kick off after the clock strikes midnight. We're watching out for 1 to 3 inches of snow. I'll talk more about the timing of the snow and how much in other places in more detail. But for right now, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you. Paul, have you ever wanted to be on a school board? Well, the Indian River School District Board of Education is looking for interested candidates to fill 2 vacant seats in the district, 1 through June 30th. Interested candidates should contact Superintendent Jay Owens. Candidate filing forms and letters of interest, those need to be submitted by 4 p.m. tomorrow.
The Vision Coalition is inviting people across Delaware to engage in shaping the future of education. The coalition is hosting a series of town hall events, including a special session at Georgetown Middle School. That's February 21st from 6 to 8. The discussions will focus on important areas such as early childhood education, support for students and educators, post-secondary success, and fair funding for public schools. That event is free and open to everyone.
Happening now, road work in Milford. DelDOT is replacing bridge joints on Route 1 near Cedar Beach Road. The agency says work will go through mid-April. During construction, the ramps on Route 36 are closed. Route 1 has lane restrictions.
Today in Fenwick Island, the town welcomes a new town manager, Lori Dabadanza. The town says she has 27 years of experience working for local government. They say she's known for her work at the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania. This comes after Pat Schuman announced her retirement last year. She was the town manager for years before that. Dabadanza will take on the town manager role April 8th.
If you've noticed that the Indian River Inlet needs a little TLC, you're not alone. Now multiple agencies coming together to give the area some much needed repairs. Live near the Indian River Inlet is CoastTV News reporter Charles Reinert. Charles, we now have a better timeline for all of this.
Charlie, I'm actually standing at one of the places that's going to be one of the focal points of this construction project. I'm right here on the bulkhead on the north end of the inlet. Now, according to the Army Corps of Engineers, this is a massive undertaking. It's going to take a couple of years to complete. This construction includes repairs to the part of the bulkhead here on the north side, which has actually been closed down out of concerns for public safety for a long time. It also plans to bring some repairs to both the north and south jetties, which have lost over 300 feet of its land since 1960. Now, the Army Corps says this has been in the works for a long time, and now that it has the funding, it's ready to get to work.
So it's exciting. It's going to be a challenging project, and our team is really looking forward to repairing this area that a lot of people in Delaware use and enjoy.
We will start seeing construction vehicles out here at the inlet as soon as this coming spring, though you'll still be able to access places like the beach, for example, while construction is going on. I'm Charles Reinert, live at the Indian River Inlet tonight, CoastTV News.
Thank you, Charles. We have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Water Project Boost. Discover how your project could tap into federal funds for cleaner drinking water.
And after the Saturday snow, sunshine on Sunday will be very deceptive with the wind chill factor falling into the teens. I'll pinpoint just how low we will get when we return.
The Ocean City Police Department might eliminate a program that's been around since 1910. We're back in just 60 seconds.
When you smoke inside, you're not the only one who inhales. Secondhand smoke causes cancer and heart disease in adults, and respiratory problems in children, and SIDS in infants. If you smoke or vape, take it outside.
Whether it's a natural disaster or just everyday life's mishaps, in disaster's wake, there's only one call to make: Royal Plus. Find us at royalplus.com. We bring calm to the chaos.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
It's been a big part of protecting Ocean City for years. As times and circumstances change, though, the seasonal police officer program could be entering its final year.
CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zappe shows us what future police officers may be missing.
The Ocean City Police Department announced this week that the seasonal police program will most likely come to a close after 2024, which is disappointing news to local David DiNunzio.
It gives a crew of new people exposure, at least candidates for OCPD, a view of what it's really like working with managing crowds and so on, at least during the summer months. So I think it's unfortunate that they're going to discontinue that.
The seasonal police program in Ocean City has been around for more than 100 years, dating back to 1910. So why is it on the chopping block? Lieutenant Dennis Eade, someone who started out in the seasonal program, has some insight.
We're struggling to recruit. We're struggling to find folks that are interested in this profession and this job. And we've seen a drastic decline in numbers over the most recent years, the past 3 to 5 years.
One of the big benefits of the seasonal program was that it gave the department a chance to work with prospective full-time officers. Now they'll have to rely on something called the Public Safety Aid Program, which provides education and allows people to assist the Ocean City Police in various ways.
Just not in a sworn capacity, but they'll still have, front row seats to the best show on earth. They'll be able to work our boardwalk and work the town, assisting, the full-time police officers with enforcement out in the city.
The Ocean City Police Department will be looking closer into this program to recruit full-time police officers in the future.
Lieutenant Eade also added that while they used to get over 100 applicants for the seasonal police program, they're just now only getting about 20, which is part of the reason why they might be ending this program after this summer. I'm Kevin Cepay in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what's your opinion on Ocean City considering those full-time employees versus the seasonal officers?
Let's take a look at the updated results. It was a large majority saying we needed both, and that is still the case here. A large majority say we want more full-time officers who work year-round and more seasonal officers.
Now, if you haven't voted on this topic, you can. CoastTV.com, great way to do that. Also, our mobile app, a good option.
Definitely, Charlie. Moving forward with the topic, here at Coast TV News, we found out which coast towns have a seasonal officer program. In Dewey Beach, Police Chief Constance Speaks said they are currently hiring 12 officers this summer for the program. Rehoboth recently opened up applications to hire more seasonal officers. Those applications are due April 5th. Lewis does not have a seasonal officer program. They haven't had one for 7 years. Police Chief Tom Spell says there just isn't a greater need for one in Lewis. And in Ocean View, Chief Kenneth McLaughlin says the police department did consider it, but unfortunately they just don't have the budget for that in their program.
When you combine the cold air that we anticipate with the winds picking up momentum, well, you have a blustery beach breeze that you'd rather avoid if at all possible. That and the chance of snow, all of that in the forecast.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Get more for your tax money with Red Tag Savings, 40 to 75% off. Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Delivered to your home with care.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Get your camera ready to snap QR codes that reveal big savings during Toyota's President's Event, where special low APR financing can mean thousands in savings on a growing number of in-stock cars, including legendary Camrys with as low as 4.99% APR and sporty high-tech Corollas, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Visit buyatoyota.com to find President's Event deals on your favorite vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Treat your Valentine to a new tub or shower from Coastal Bath.
In 2 days, they did this work, which was fantastic. Put in a brand new grab bars, a docking station, and a bench to my height. I think Coastal Bath is an oh my gosh and a wow.
Take advantage of Coastal Bath's sweet savings. Right now, receive a free shower door plus no interest, no payments until 2025. Local and family owned. Call Coastal Bath today.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Vanna
White.
I got a Vanna.
You got a Vanna. Woo! I like this.
Thursday at 7 on Coast TV.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Get more for your tax money with Red Tag Savings, 40 to 75% off. Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Delivered to your home with care.
The President's Day sale starts now at Pohanka Ford of Salisbury, where you can save some presidents on over 300 new Fords, like Escape, Explorer, and Bronco. You'll find financing as low as 0% for 60 months on a new 2024 Edge, or choose 60-month financing on a new F-150 pickup. And now is the best time to trade in and trade up at Pohanka Ford. Shop all our President's Day deals, then rush in for the huge President's Day sale at Pohanka Ford of Salisbury.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on CoastTV.
I'm calling it Cinderella snow because it's going to show up after the clock strikes midnight. Then our dry tech camera in Ocean City, we have winds out of the south at 22 miles per hour. Very blustery right now, but a southern breeze. Temperatures are going to stay in the mid-40s. Now, in case you don't already have our app, and that's a little intimidating, we also have a weather line available for you. All you have to do is call 443-880-9100, and it's sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. We are calling for snow. Now, there's actually winter weather advisories in Kent and up towards Newcastle, but not technically for Sussex. We do have a gale wind warning in effect for Sussex, watching out for 45-mile-per-hour winds. But we have a storm system that's brewing right now. We have snow that's already peppering the scene up in portions of Pennsylvania. That's not the snow that's going to go and come down here towards us. We have a high-pressure system in place here. The clockwise rotation is bringing in some more moisture coming out of the south. But some cold air is going to combine with the front and a storm system that's going to make its way from the south. Right now, we're at 40 degrees in Georgetown, Millsboro, Bethany Beach, for example, and 38 degrees right now in Ocean Pines. We are expecting for it to become really cold over the next few days. You see, Friday morning, winds out of the northwest and temperatures in the 30s. Friday afternoon, we become cloudy. Snow's not going to arrive just yet. Remember, it's Cinderella snow. So by the time we hit midnight, 1 o'clock, you see how the snow begins to move right across Sussex in our area, and it overtakes us throughout. By 4 o'clock, we're looking for moderate to steady snow. Most of us will be asleep, but that's when the snow is going to hit. 7 o'clock, we'll wake up to the snow still hitting, and we'll have our accumulations done by then. Then it's out of the way by lunchtime. That's how quick it's going to be in and out. We're watching out for 1 to 3 inches of snow in most of our areas. If you're north of Milton, we could see up to even 4 inches of snow. And our latest model run is indicating 3.5 to near 4. The farther west you go, the greater the amounts. And then there's the cold. Sunday morning, teens. That's what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel cold every morning for the next few mornings anyway. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. And remember, we're looking for a first alert morning, not the whole day.
Thank you, Paul. If you've not been out to the Western Sussex Business Campus, here's a picture that you see on your screen next to me here of what the project construction looks like now. The development is located at the corner of Ross Station Road and Herring Run Road in Seaford. According to the city, the building and the shopping center are really coming together. City officials say the project is expected to attract new businesses to the town.
DNREC is soliciting new water quality improvement projects. Project proposals will be eligible for 2 priority lists, either the Clean Water State Revolving Fund or the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund. Notices of intent for the project initiatives, you have to submit them to DNREC by 4:30 tomorrow.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
In NHL action tonight, the Philadelphia Flyers are hoping to capture their 4th straight win and stay above the Maple Leafs in the Eastern Conference standings. The Flyers are 2 spots ahead of Toronto right now. This is the first time these teams will meet up this season. The Leafs are coming off a 4-1 win over St. Louis. The Flyers took down the Coyotes 5-3 on Monday. Puck drop is at 7 tonight from Toronto. To Bayside basketball, Cambridge, South Dorchester, and Easton are trying to end their regular seasons on high notes. Easton is coming off a 73-65 victory over Colonel Richardson Tuesday. The 13-6 Warriors are 3rd in the Bayside North. Easton is led by star sophomore Marshall Bailey, who's averaging over 24 points a game this season. CSD is 18-2 overall and are gearing up to play in the conference championship. Tonight, LaShawn Moody is out, but the Vikings will look to Kobe Ennels, averaging an 18-point double-double this season. Watch this game live right now on DSN. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Now through President's Day, it's all on sale at Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart.
The selection is incredible.
The salespeople take the time to find what I want.
Right now, save up to 50% Mart-wide on carpets, hardwood, waterproof vinyl, laminate, area rugs, and more. All in stock to take home today. Pick, pay, take it away, or have it installed as soon as you save. For free. Hurry in before the sale is over. Only at Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
The President's Day sales event is here at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Millsboro. The Dodge Hornet RT is the most powerful CUV. Lease one for 2 years at just $299 per month with only $39.95 due at signing. With every new purchase, you'll get our Preston for Life lifetime engine guarantee. View our complete selection online at millsborocdjr.com. Don't miss the amazing deals right here at the President's Day sales event at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Millsboro. Cars cost less with Preston.
It's time to experience an extraordinary lineup of entertainment at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. Enjoy performances by the Four Phantoms in concert on February 4th, Wheel of Fortune Live on February 29th, The Simon and Garfunkel Story March 18th, and The Price is Right Live on April 1st. The excitement is building, and now it's your turn to be a part of it. Secure your seats at ococean.com/pack and join us for the most amazing season yet. Don't miss out. Come experience the magic of live performances all in one place at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. See you there.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
The view is clear, courtesy of our Tidal Health camera. Temperatures will fall into the 40s for today. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Let's remember, we're watching out for about 3 inches of snow for the morning time, but it should be done by 10 o'clock in the morning, Saturday.
Paul, thank you. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.